Oh, my camera's at 6 minutes. I'll have to charge it. No! Hey everybody, it's your bro Luke Feast. Yes, I got a haircut. I'm so not used to it. Kind of looks like a bowl on my head. But the reason I have this haircut is because I'm gonna grow it out long, and the hairstylist said that it's good to have, I don't know, this hairstyle will help it grow it out long. I'm gonna grow it out long like a rock star, like Iron Maiden. Or in this video, I'm gonna go into reanimating all of the story of characters. In this video, I'm gonna work on reanimating all of the story of Trey characters. I already started animating some of them. I have to go to work soon, so I can't do this in one take, obviously. I have to come back to it, but for instance, I'm redrawing all the characters to make them look nicer. These are Joe's legs. Draw the different body parts. I organized them so they're like different characters. That's Ethan. I made the heads bigger so I have more room to work with. And I've been animating and just drawing. That one's Andy. Making him look a bit bigger and more presentable to my animation. I also, over here, let's go! We got Trey Fisher. And this is my new, well, I'm gonna zoom in. I'm working on him. We can like animate him. This arm isn't manipulated, so it's just looking like that right now. But basically that's Trey Fisher. That's the new art style I'm working on. I made the head look, I mean, it looks generally the same. So right now, we got Ethan drawn, Trey drawn, Andy drawn, and Joe drawn. I still have to ink Andy, Ethan, and Joe. But now, I'm gonna get on to drawing Sara. And one more thing before I get into that. Special announcement before my camera dies. On YouTube, a channel with 200,000, almost 200,000 subscribers, watched the entirety of Movie of Trey and live streamed it. God damn it! An ad in the video. He's reacting to the whole movie of Trey.
Trey's nose cannot stay consistent. It's
yeah.
Because almost everybody seems to have the same nose, but Trey's nose like morphs with like whatever scene he's in.
And this guy was actually giving me literal constructive criticism. Like he gave me like, maybe do this with the animation better during his live stream, or maybe don't do this or do this. He also gave me writing advice. And I really appreciated that because you can always learn. And I think it sounded like he thoroughly enjoyed the movie. And I spent like a lot of time on that movie. It was really nice to see him enjoy it and all the fans that appreciated it. But now, I'm gonna get on to drawing Sara. Okay, my camera's about to die, bye. Now, I'm gonna get into drawing Sara on my animation table. I have some great ideas and I have some great plot ideas. I'm gonna turn on this light bulb underneath the table. It just lights it up. But I'm gonna use a tool to draw a circle. I think it's called a compass technically. But yeah, I use it to make a perfect circle. And that way I can work around how to draw the characters. For the older episodes, I was making the head smaller on like scale wise. I think I want to draw them bigger so I have more to work with on this paper. Now I'm gonna draw a little circle underneath. He was commenting on Movie of Trey. He did say that a lot of the characters look kind of similar. So I do want to use this feedback and maybe like make Sara look a little more feminine. I guess we can give her the same jawline like this. Maybe when we get to the torso, like he was joking about, I'm a character with the same build and proportion. That's actually a good point. Maybe I should make the background characters look even more unique than just the main cast. So I might do that. But I'm gonna start with this. And now we got like this guitar pick looking thing. I'm gonna erase this outer layer. Now I'm gonna go with the ears. Right here, I'm gonna draw an ear. And I've been making the characters bigger. Before I drew Trey like this big. And now I'm making the face bigger so I have more to work with. That was just an example character. Yeah, I saved the drawings. And the reason I saved the drawing is because in case I need to animate over it, like if I need the character to have a tattoo or something crazy happens, then I can use that as a reference. Ears! Now we got that. I've been adding a little more detail to the ear. Like, I'd like to draw this like kind of like V thing. And then I'm gonna add a bump right here, like the earlobe. So now we got the ear details. And I have not been drawing the eyes. In the way older episodes, I usually always drew the eyes. But ever since College Days, my new series, I have been leaving out the eyes. And the reason for that is because if I want their eyes to go a little more mad, like I can animate the eye at an angle, add a different eye over it instead of having the eye stuck on this frame and me not being able to take it out. I can just drop an eye over it. I think I'm gonna go with the hair. And I think I want to make it like poofy hair. Not poofy hair, but like has orange hair, so I want to imply that it's curly. What if we go like this? Maybe we make this part more wavy. Now I'm gonna add, I don't know about that. I kind of like the wavier better. Redrawing it, and I want to make, I don't want it to be exactly the same as how it was, but I want it to be generally the same, like, I don't want it to be poofy. I want it to be like wavy. We have a lot to ink. I guess that's a little too unpoofy. Maybe we should draw the neck. We're not there yet. Once I add the longer hair, I think it might look okay. I think I'm gonna go like down to her shoulders, right down to the bottom of her neck, right there. That's looking like Sara. I like that. But that's Sara. That's the Sara character. And that's Trey's girlfriend. And then I'm gonna erase this jawline right here. Now we got Sara's general face. What I'm gonna do is put a piece of paper over it. That's why we're shining a light through the glass. I'm gonna start with the bottom of the neck right here. And we can have the nose, maybe, I'm gonna face her this way. So I like to add 6 head turns for each side. So I wanna make them look a little more animated. And I have an idea for that. And then I take this ear and I move it a little to the side, just like the back of the hair. And I'd like to add 6 turns for each side, so 6 going this way. And if I need more for her facing backwards, I can add it later. That's why I keep the drawings, in case I need to trace over them again. I have a whole filing cabinet for them. And then maybe like, instead of just doing that, her face is going a little more this way. So I'm gonna add some like offness to her face so it looks like it's turning a little bit. And maybe like this ear is falling behind her head, so it's going to be a little bit smaller. We're just going to shrink it down to make it look like it's falling behind and turning around to the back of her head. That's pretty much how I draw the characters, and then we can get into the torso and body later. I'm not going to do a speed roll me drawing this. I'm just going to get straight into coloring. Now I'm going to get on to the inking. I made a lot of drawings. I also animated Mr. Bird, the teacher. I got him right here. I just drew him and I added his head turns right here. His head turns a bit. So I'm gonna ink Mr. Bird. I used to just ink it with the same size pen. But now, lately when I've been drawing the characters, I've been outlining the outer border in Sharpie. And then I've been doing the finer detail in a smaller pen. So let's do that. And that way it kind of pops out as an animation. And that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm gonna zoom into the paper so we can see what I'm drawing. Okay, I'm gonna animate now. I'm gonna ink it. And then I'm gonna put it onto this scanner and scan it onto my computer. So let's do that. There, we outlined the border in Sharpie. And now I'm gonna use a smaller pen. This one's 0.7 to make the finer details with like the collar. And I have to do this for every single drawing. So we're adding the details with the inking. There, now we got that inked with Sharpie and an illustration pen. Now I'm gonna scan it onto my scanner. Now I'm gonna get onto the coloring on Adobe Illustrator. Now I'm gonna get onto the coloring on Adobe Illustrator. So Adobe Illustrator is a coloring illustration software, obviously. And now it's 4:30 p.m. and I just finished all of these inking. This is actually a lot. Ethan is right here. We got Andy, and then we got Jill right here, and Sara and Mr. Bird. It took a long time to get all these characters inked. Not just inked. Inking alone took like 3 hours. But we finally finished it. Now I'm gonna color it on Adobe Illustrator. So I am gonna go make a new project. We are currently on Adobe Illustrator. So I'm gonna go new file. Yes, I have bad head, don't judge. 1920 by 180, I don't care. I just need a blank canvas. We drew Sara. I went through the process of inking Mr. Bird. How about we open a different character? I'm gonna color Ethan. So I'm just gonna click open. Let's color Ethan for starters. We got the torso, the other torso, the head. I didn't realize how long this would take to redraw all the fucking characters. Okay, libraries, image trace. So right now I'm just gonna, it's upside down. Rotate 180 degrees. When you first, I'm just gonna take this out because by default it's not gonna be there. When you first get when you import your drawing, you're not gonna be able to color it. You're not gonna be able to do anything to it. What you have to do is go to Window, and this will show up a bunch of different settings you can use. A, B, C, D, right here. So image trace is right here, and I'll click that. And it's gonna open this. And then we can put it into wherever you want in the project. So then I'm gonna click with the selection tool right here, V, you can click V and it'll by default go to the selection tool. Since this is not colored, it's just a black and white drawing, I'm gonna go default. There's presets right here. Let's say it was colored. I would do high fidelity photo. But since it's not colored, I'm just gonna click black and white logo. And I'm gonna click OK. And we still can't color it. We have to go to Object, Expand, and then it's gonna do something where I'm able to color it. We can go to the Direct Selection tool, where that selects different parts of the object. So we can take out the background, and now we got his torso. So I'm just gonna, I wanna give him that iconic gray shirt. Ethan has a darker skin tone, so that's Trey's skin tone, but Ethan's skin tone is a little darker, so let's do that. And that's not even gonna be on, his head's gonna be covering this part. I'm gonna select all of this and copy it, because if I were just to export it right here, there's a bunch of little pieces from the drawing that we don't need in the animation. So I'm just gonna delete this, go to the untitled blank document with nothing on it and just paste it into there. Now we just got that torso, we can go File, Export, and I haven't made a new folder, actually I think I have. So we got Trey Fisher already colored. I'm gonna do folder and type Ethan Mayday. Now we can click Ethan Mayday and just click Export, and we can make it 300 pixels per inch. Now we can delete that and go on to the next drawing. I'm gonna start with the head facing forward. So this is his head forward. I'm gonna transform, rotate 180 again, image trace, black and white, and we just do this for every single drawing. But Ethan has a darker skin tone than the main character Trey. His skin tone is like that. And I kinda wanna give him the same brown hair. Maybe a little darker brown, like, no, that's too golden brown. I want it like brown brown. That's too light brown. I want something like this, but like darker. I kind of like that. And there's these little dots in the drawing that we can just click. There's these little openings right here. I don't like that. And now we can export his head. Oh wait, I still want to, I added these circles for the ear holes or whatever. I'm going to make it that color. Now we can go on to the next one. We just do that for every single head turn that I drew. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. It keeps going. I made this Story of Trey, I made an upgraded song. So I re-recorded the Story of Trey theme song. Because I got better at my mixing. I learned about equalization and compression, so it just sounds better, I think. But let's see how the Story of Trey theme song sounds right now.
My name is Trey and I really like to party. Live every day in adventure without worry. My two best friends are Ethan and Andy. Andy built a robot and Ethan is a dummy. But we're bot does what we want him to. Sara is my girl and Joe tries to act cool. Live every day having fun and being awesome. Story of Trey.
And then we're gonna have to animate the theme song. I'm gonna post the theme song pretty soon, but I think that's it for this video because I just have to ink all these, or color all these drawings before I can even get into the animation process. I will release a new theme song for Story of Trey that will have way better animation. So stay tuned for that. And I have 4, not just 1, 4 new ideas for the next season already. And I'm working on them, but I'm still scripting them out and stuff, and I hope you all are excited for season 6 because I have a lot of good ideas for it. So stay tuned for more tunes, films, and music, and have a great day.